rules that I have for my boyfriend that y'all might not agree with, but that's exactly why he's my boyfriend and not your boyfriend. Rule number 1 is location. I will have your location 24/7, and I will stalk your location 24/7. But you will also have my location. This is also for like safety reasons and not just being toxic, okay? Passwords. I will have your passwords for everything, and you'll have my passwords for everything. Because if you aren't hiding anything, then it shouldn't be a problem. Next is arguments. Our arguments should be resolved within 24 hours. And there should be like a date after our arguments. Or even better, some chocolate covered strawberries. Next is dates. You should be planning a date with me every like 1 to 2 weeks. And a date doesn't have to be like fancy, like take me out to dinner. It can be like, let's go eat food in the car and drive around. Next is social media. You should not be liking unclothed women's pictures. Like, that's all I have to say for that. No sneaky activity on social media, okay? Last one is your clothes. You must give me all your hoodies. Because if you don't, you know what that means? That means that you don't love me and you don't want to be with me, so I must have all your hoodies. Okay, that's it. Let me know if y'all agree or disagree. Bye.
You know, I might get some hate for this from maybe even from the men, but I kind of feel, in my personal opinion, trust isn't given, but it's earned. And trust should be continuously earned throughout any relationship. I don't believe in privacy. I really don't, right? If you are going to be in a relationship with someone, right, where you literally are physically entering people's body, right? You're literally swapping spit. You're literally shitting in front of someone. Why do you need privacy? I mean, like, sometimes, right? If they want some alone time, I guess, right? That's fine. But privacy, oh, you can't look at my phone. You shouldn't look at my phone. Or I want to go on a girls trip. I don't need you around me, or I don't want you around me all the time. Then why don't you just be alone, right? I'll say, right, if you like your alone time, then be alone. I can never understand why you can do so intimate things, right? So private things with another human beings, and yet say that you need your alone time. Say that you shouldn't check your you don't have no right to check my phone, or you don't have no right to know what I'm doing. Da, 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 da. This is the thing where people don't understand that being in a relationship is different than being alone. If you want to be alone and have the alone mentality, that's fine. But if you want to be in a relationship, well, you should understand there's another person in that relationship. You're not alone in that relationship. So I live by the principle that you should earn trust. Shouldn't be given. Trust shouldn't be automatically given, and trust should be continuously earned, and privacy should be practically non-existent in a relationship, in a good, healthy relationship. See, this is the thing, right? A lot of these things, people are not thinking it's a good, healthy, loving relationship. Okay, someone who's not overbearing. Like, I need to know where you're doing every single second. You're going too much, right? Or you can never be anywhere without me. Those are things that where someone is crossing the line of being clinically codependent or mentally unstable. This is a difference. That's the difference what I'm talking about. I'm talking about sane, good, moral people, okay? Where they're not going to be controlling, overbearing, or just a tyrant, right? That's the thing. Not being a tyrant, right? But again, it's just like, okay, why do you want to go on girls trips or alone trips or be far away from your partner? You shouldn't want to. If you love your partner or miss them, you should want to be with them all the time. In my opinion, right? Unless both of you agree that, yeah, go ahead. I mean, like, I wouldn't. There's plenty of times where I would I'll be fine with my partner doing her own thing, right? But again, that's because we both agreed to it, right? We're both fine with it. That's the thing where that's the difference where it's actually healthy relationship, right? You're both on the same page. Okay, it's not automatically, things are just not automatically given. Like just like trust is just not automatically given. It's like you talk to each other and you set rules or set boundaries or understand each other. So that's my own opinion. Maybe controversial.
You married?
Yes.
You're cheating on your husband.
Yeah, Vegas. It's Vegas, baby. We're both married.
Are you cheating on your husband in Vegas?
Absolutely not.
Just heard.
Maybe.
Is she?
She's cheating on her husband in Vegas.
Wow. Facts. How many times you cheating on your husband?
You right now? Yeah, you are kind of hot. Well, aren't you?
You got a ring on your finger though.
You did good. Look, who wants a man with no money? Nobody.
I really wish, I really hope that pretty much everything you see online is skits and it's fake. But sadly, knowing how the world is, I'm not surprised if things are true. Because this is disgusting. Utterly disgusting. This is why I support men. This is the thing that a lot of people don't care or see or even speak up about. Because we always believe women are angels, women are perfect. We put women on a pedestal. Women, they're not cheaters. They're not terrible. They're not terrible human beings. But the reality is, it's far from the truth. Because we always think that we always paint men as the abuser, men as the victim maker, men as terrible, men as cheaters, men as all the bad light you can. But the things I've read, I've seen online, in the real world, it's far from the truth. My personal opinion is that men, on average, are the ones that are at the bottom. They are the underdogs. They are the ones that are getting crapped on. Right? Men are the ones getting destroyed. On average, the average men. Okay? Not talking about the top tier men. Not talking about that shit. I'm talking about average men, even below average men. They are being unheard, uncared about, and just pissed on, crapped on. And this is the thing where this is why I make these videos, right? I don't care what skin tone you have. I don't care, what type of man you are. As long as you're a good man, I support you. And this is sad, right? Sad to know that men are going through these kind of struggles. Because look at this. The disrespect, the brazenness to, if this is real, to just shit on your man online. Right? Pretty much saying, I'm cheating on you. Whatever. You ain't gonna do nothing about that. It is just absolutely sad. And again, we don't have enough people to bring light to the struggles that men go through. We don't. I honestly believe we don't. Because not enough people are talking about it or showing it. That's it.
I promise to smack at every chance I get. Oh, that's all I got.
Is that it? Come on, Cody. Are you sure?
I didn't write nothing down.
That's what you're going out with?
That's what I'm going with.
Cool.
We've made it this long.
Maybe I'm different, but I find that very tactless, right? It's like your wedding day, and you make it such a crude joke, but it's like, it's usually you want to make it beautiful, right? But here's the thing, right? It's fine. I'm not, because it's not my wedding or anyone else's wedding. It's their wedding. The thing is that he said it, like, they made it that far. Okay. So this is the thing, right? I want to say that I believe most people ignore red flags. Okay. This man seems kind of immature, seems kind of tactless, right? He's probably a jokester, prankster, whatever, right? But you see these red flags. Now, let's say down the line, if those red flags are him being immature, him being a jokester, him taking nothing seriously, whatever, is a reasoning for her to divorce him, it's 100% on her. It's 100% her fault. It is foul for her to divorce this man because of, let's say, immaturity, so on, whatever, like that kind of person, right? The person you see before you, you see what kind of person he is. I think it's disgusting. For later on, you recognize you don't like it. I think that's disgusting, okay? Because a lot of women ignore red flags and they get into relationships with someone, they marry someone, they have kids with someone. And then, right? And they still know these red flags. Yet later on down the road, years later, after you committed to the person for years, you change your mind. I think that's foul. I think that's disgusting. Because why you waste this person's time? Okay? Why would you destroy this person, break this person's heart when you were fine with their red flags? I can never understand that, right? Because if you are fine with the red flags before, you should be fine with the red flags forever. Okay? And that's the thing, right? That's why I don't hold that bullshit with women or with anyone, right? If you see these things, these terrible qualities that, that are noticeable and you're fine with it, and then you stay with this person, you have kids with this person, you marry this person, but then later on you change your mind, you're despicable in my eyes, because it just does not make sense that you are fine with it one moment, and then after years of commitment, you change up. I think that's just, in my personal view, it's disgusting, right? But again, it's only assumption, but I'm just saying, like, it's a kind of a reflection where if you don't see these red flags, you're crazy. And second of all, if you see these red flags and you accept it, then you should always accept it. Okay? But this is the thing where I always think that women see these red flags that they know that they won't like. They see it, ignore it, and continue on with the relationship until these red flags become unbearable. It's ridiculous to me.
You got fired.
Like firefight, like I ain't got no job type fire.
How the did you get fired? That's what I'm saying. Like, who gonna pay for my hair? Who gonna pay for my nails? Like, this is really some bullshit.
Bro, that shit cool. But why is you acting like that? You acting like money everything. Like,
money is everything. No, money is everything. When we first met, that's what we met off of. That's what you my nigga for.
All right, let's get this thought out of the way. Maybe it's fake, right? Maybe it's staged. But let's not fool ourselves in thinking that this shit does not happen in real life, okay? It is sad. It does happen. And this is why young men are in need of guidance, right? Because I'm glad that he's getting the reality check now. If it happens to other men, they need to get a reality check as quickly as possible. So men need to understand what the possibility, right, of women would be like, right? I've always said that I essentially believe that all women are gold digger in a sense, right? Not the conventional term of gold digger, but they're gold digger in the sense that all women cares about your money regardless, your provision, what you can provide for them. Okay, all women do. It just depends on how much, right? Some women need you to be a millionaire. Some women need you just to have a house and a car and a regular job, right? It's like you just need to contribute, provide in some way. Okay, so they need your money. You being a bum is not really conducive to a relationship. So yeah, it depends on what you do. I think the part that's truly simpish, gold diggerish is when you only give and you get nothing in return. So you're paying for a woman's bills, her gifts, dates, and you don't get no sex. You don't get no support emotionally, physically. You don't get you get nothing or very little in return. That's when I think you truly cross into gold digger, absolute 100% gold digger or simpish behavior. Okay, but again, it's a sad reality that most people don't understand, that a lot of women, they essentially just think of men as money, as ATM machines, right? As wallets. But in the sense where they only think about you like that. And that's all that's all it is to them. So I always want men to understand that, okay, yes, women is going to think you as an ATM machine, but what is she giving in return? If you're getting something that makes you happy, right, as a man, then fine. That's reality, right? I want men to understand that's reality. Most to all women sees men as an ATM machine. Okay, it just depends on the degree. Right? Like I said, she could care about you being a millionaire, or care about you being a regular man that has a job, that has a house and car, where you're contributing to have finances, whatever, right? But you need money, right? Without money, women don't see a whole lot of value in men. It's a cold, hard reality for men.